guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Emily and I'm currently raising my 9-month-old daughter Jaina with my fiance. Today I thought that I would talk about something more serious with you guys and hopefully I don't get too emotional. And then I thought that I would end with something on like a lighter note. So yeah, only a couple people know this, but while I was pregnant with Jaina, we considered putting her up for adoption. And it's not because we didn't love her or that we didn't want her. I mean, she was planned, but I have struggled with mental illness ever since I was a little girl, and I have depression and anxiety and PTSD and all that. So I guess at the time, like, we weren't really thinking about like how much a baby would take a toll on me, and I wasn't taking my medicine during my pregnancy for my depression, so everything was like a roller coaster to me and like a huge mountain I had to climb. I know some moms take medication for depression and anxiety while they're pregnant, and I thought about it, but to me, I just didn't want to take any chances. I know that there is medicine out there that is safe to take during pregnancy, but for me, I just wasn't comfortable with it. I think it was 14 weeks. I ended up being hospitalized because I was so depressed and just didn't really know like where my head was at, and I mean, I couldn't like get a grasp on life. That's when John and I really considered adoption, and we met with someone from an adoption agency. We were pretty much like, he was 60-40 and I was more like 50-50. He really wanted to keep our daughter, but at the same time he wanted me to be okay and to be mentally stable, and you have to be able to take care of yourself before you take care of another human being. So I even made a list of like pros and cons of keeping Jaina or not keeping Jaina. Like, for example, a pro of keeping her would have been that she was with her parents and she wouldn't have to ever wonder if she was abandoned or not. I know that not all kids that are adopted feel that way, but just at the time, my mind was just thinking that I was going to abandon my daughter and all this kind of stuff. For the adoption side, it was that people could give her more than I could. I think at the time I was thinking that everything that I thought of that a pro would be to keep her was more selfish of me, like keeping the family together, and I wouldn't have to carry that guilt of giving a child up for adoption. And it just made more sense at the time to give her up for adoption. But my mom made me feel really guilty because we did try for her, but I think since we were so young that we didn't fully grasp what it would be like to be parents, and I still had a lot of trauma and stuff I had to get over, so I just think I needed help at the time and my mind wasn't clear. But once I got help, I felt like I was able to grasp motherhood and that I absolutely wanted her. But before that time, like, we didn't want to find out the gender. We weren't really thinking about names. We decided to keep her. It took us a couple weeks to really figure that out. I don't want you guys to think that I was stupid and that I am sharing this like to find pity or anything. That's not what I'm looking for. It's just something that I've wanted to get off my chest for a while because some family members don't even know, and it's just something that was really hard on us. And sorry, my voice is getting really cracky because I'm like really emotional right now, but I just want people to know that at the time, like, we didn't know what we were doing, but now we do, and we have like a fuller grasp on it, and we love Jaina and we wouldn't trade her for the world. For those of you who want to give your child up for adoption or think that you can't handle it, just really make a pros and cons list and sit down and talk and know your resources, and just reach out to adoption agencies and really think about, like, if you could just get help right now, would you be able to help your child in the future? Would you be able to be a good enough mother? And the answer is probably yes. You just have to get, like myself, you just have to get help at the time and push through it. I mean, if you have other resources like money and a stable home, then you just need more support. And once you get more support, you might be able to be the mother that you set out to be. And I have hope for you. I want you guys to know that I'm not telling you guys not to give your child up for adoption either, because for those of you who think that it's the best fit for you and your family, then that's the path that you should take. If you are someone that just has so much trauma, or you can't financially support a child, or if you were raped or anything like that, it's completely fine to go that path. You don't have to feel like ashamed or embarrassed. If it's best for you, then it's best for your baby. Sorry, my heart is like pumping really fast, and I'm like, my words are kind of all jumbled, and like what I want to say isn't coming out the way that I want it to. And I just also don't want you guys to get the wrong impression of me because I'm sharing this. It's really hard on me, and like, I knew I laid down and made a baby, and my responsibility was to keep that child and to raise that child. But like, at the end of the day, if you can't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of that child, and you need to get help before you can basically help others. So that's where my head was at. And once I got help and I got out of the hospital, I realized that I could do this, and if I just pushed forward, that I would be able to take care of my child and that our family could stay together. And I'm glad that I chose that path, because now Jaina is in our lives and we're very happy, and I'm just very happy that we chose to keep her, because I couldn't imagine life without her. I am very proud of myself because I have come a long way, and I did it for Jaina, and I did it for myself, and I did it for John. I'm just so glad that everything turned out the way that it was supposed to. Also, just know that a baby is a lot of work. Don't have a baby and then want to give them up for adoption because you think that you're not going to be able to fulfill your dreams now, because that's just very selfish. But if you're considering adoption for other reasons that are more serious and that are even life-threatening, if it's coming at the cost of your mental health, then do what's best for you. And what is best for you will be best for your baby, because like I said, if you can't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of your baby. And if your baby is better off with someone else that can take care of them, then that may just be what you have to do. So on a lighter side, this is kind of switching it up from really depressing to something kind of funny and really embarrassing. Please don't mom shame me, because I already feel like the worst mom in the world. Jaina ate poop. Yeah. Not even her own poop. It was cat poop. And my cat must have, like, so her litter box is in the closet, and we keep the door cracked, and she's like a big cat and she's very fluffy and stuff like that, so I don't know if like a piece got stuck to her butt or something, but she like dropped it outside the door, and Jaina was crawling around and I had that area blocked off, but I took my eyes off of her for like a minute to text someone, and I look over and she is like making this weird face, and I'm like, what is she doing? What is she eating? And I look over and she's got a piece of poop in her hand. Yeah, so I like freak out and I'm crying and I call up John and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And he's like, I don't know, just clean her hands and give her a bottle and clean her mouth and stuff like that. And so I did that. Then I ended up calling her doctor because I was texting my friend, and she said that she looked it up and it could be like poisonous to babies. You can get like parasites and stuff like that. But she's an indoor cat and we take her to the vet and all that kind of stuff, but just to make sure, I wanted to call her doctor. So I did that, and I waited for a nurse to call me back for like an hour, and in that hour I was like freaking out, and I was like thinking, wow, my baby's gonna need to go to the hospital, she's probably dying, like I'm a hypochondriac, so I just thought the worst. And so the nurse finally called me back and she said to just keep an eye on the baby, and like if she's not like eating right, or if she's throwing up, or if she has like parasites in her poop, then to bring her in. So yeah, any mom that needs that advice or tips, that's what you gotta do if your baby eats poop. Thanks for watching my video, and if you like it, please make sure to subscribe below and comment and like. Sorry it was kind of like emotional and then like funny at the end. I just kind of wanted to add that in there to end on a lighter note. So yeah, see you soon guys.